I'm not an expert in form and shapes and things like that, but one thing I have found helpful over the years is to make lots of things of a similar style, and to do a batch. So whether it's boxes or bowls or vases, to sort of make the same style over and over, and refine that style and look at them like this side by side and think to yourself, what is it about one of them I like over the other one? Is it the proportions? Is it the flow of the shape? And then on the next one, try to incorporate those into the next one and see how that one goes, and so on and so forth, and just keep practicing and doing it. These two boxes, I prefer the one on the right. The one on the left is very nice, but I'm not sure why at the moment I prefer the one on the right. I think I prefer the proportions that the base on the one on the right is not as tall. So the curve of the base on the one on the right just seems to look nicer and flows better. The other thing is the one on the left, the upturned curve under the lid is slightly higher. It's sharper. The upturn goes up higher than the one on the right. The one on the right has an upturned curve, but it's a much more gentler curve. So in the video you can see that there's a shadow. You can just about make out the curve on the one on the right, but on the one on the left you can see the curve. You can see that there's a step between the base, that curve, and then the top of the lid. Like I say, it's down to personal choice and preference, but out of the two, I prefer the one on the right, and I think part of it is that curve under the lid. The other thing is the base of the box, the curve on the one on the right, as it comes up from the widest point on the shoulder to the lid, it's sort of flatter. It's still a curve, it's still there, but it's a sharper, flatter curve as it goes into the lid, whereas the one on the left is more of a rolling, longer curve as it goes into the lid. And then the last thing really is the width of the lid compared to the width of the base. And the width of the lid on the one on the right is the lid is slightly narrower than the one on the left. The boxes are the same width, they're both the same size, started as the same size, blank in width. But the lid on the right is slightly narrower than the lid on the left. And I think that together with the curve underneath, just the lid and the base just seem to flow and a bit more pleasing to the eye, for me. But like I say, each one is nice. I like them both, but I think, you know, like I say, whether you're making bowls or vases or whatever it is you're making, try this exercise, put them side by side, 2 of them, 3 of them, and look at them over a long period of time, and try to work out, like I've just done, what is it about one that you like over the other, and think about how that curve, how that form can then maybe be incorporated into the next one you make. Anyway, I hope you found this helpful.